value he brings to FSW, and Damien Desire has been slowly climbing the ranks here in FSW over the last year plus he's been on the roster.
Yes, indeed. Early match of the year candidate last year, Saturn Vanderbilt.
Introducing their opponents. From Wakanda Studios, representing Lights, Camera Faction, behold the Fly Fresco-Matic, and he is Watson, the most proficient tag team on the scene!
It is the greatest movie you've ever seen, and you hear the love, you hear the admiration from this crowd here at FSW for one of the most decorated duos, decorated former FSW Tag Team Champions. He is Watson, the kingpin of Las Vegas Fresco-Matic. Lights, camera, action is back at the house that they built, FSW.
Well, here we go. The former tag team champions have got to have their eyes on the main event tonight when Joe Braxton challenges Danny Limelight for the heavyweight title. But they must remain focused on the task at hand, and that is the incredibly talented duo of Saturn and Desire. They can't let their guard down. It'd be easy to, especially with all the focus coming up. 2 weeks from tomorrow, March 2nd, no escape. These men tonight have a lot to do, and they have to make sure that the faction once again leaves with some championship, but they also have to have eyes in the back of their head.
Let's ring that bell. Let's start this tag team match.
We got mudhole stomping going on.
Like I said, Saturn and Desire know that they can capitalize on the psyche. You saw that video package earlier with the Lights Camera Faction and Danny Limelight and the faction getting their get back on the champion, Limelight in Texas.
Yeah, you know, I normally don't like seeing 3-on-1 attacks, but the faction had a point that day in Texas.
Yes, they did. They had a plan, they had a script, and they brought it to life in one of the greatest extras you've ever seen. So now we are going to continue that momentum tonight in tag team action when he is Watson and Fresco-Matic taking care of business in the tag team division. There goes Desire.
And it looks like we brought a little bit of Texas back with them, the faction did here tonight, because so far this has been essentially a Texas Tornado tag match.
Yes, sir. As Book was saying. Action up! Indeed! Vintage Watson, vintage Fresco, tag team unity on display. Beautifully done.
I feel like when you say vintage about somebody, you're calling them old. Is that what you're doing here?
Well, they're decorated, so I'm gonna call them old, but I'm
they're
just
Christmas
saying.
Tree.
Yes.
Like a Christmas tree, okay.
My favorite holiday is Christmas. With the holiday himself, St. Nick, so let's go with that, Christmas. Oh, nice roll through from Saturn. He's on a roll from that match last show against Vandergrift.
Well, Desire unfortunately ran right into that slam of Fresco. Laying down the law.
The Kingpin with a big-time splash onto Damien, but he kicked out. Listen to the fans.
Yeah, he's the Kingpin of Vegas, turning Damien Desire into a real Munson right now. You don't get that reference, I know.
No, I was just paying attention to the
Okay.
move in the ring. Nice.
It's a movie reference, so it works.
What movie was this? Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
No. Woody Harrelson's a bowler.
Oh, okay.
Bill Murray. I think it's called Kingpin, actually.
I love me some Woody Harrelson.
Everybody does.
Hey, some white men can jump. Okay.
Yeah, Matt Vandergrift.
Indeed.
What? I almost said bless you to somebody off camera here. Really weird to say that, Mike. But not so weird as what's going on in the corner over there is Watson delivering those shots to Damien Desire.
Nice 10-punch count in the corner. Got Damien rocking right now, seeing stars. Lined up just right for Watson to hit the trademark flatliner. Oh, that might just mess up his pretty little nose. Oh, Lord. There goes the headshots. Watson setting him up.
Saturn attempted a cheap shot, but gets his clock cleaned by Watson.
Wait a minute, big time spine to the pine from from Damien Desire onto Watson, and then a cheap shot on Fresco for good measure.
And don't be fooled by those tassels. Damien Desire is a bad man.
Bad man indeed. Inflicting more punishment, and I think he's going to add more insult to injury. He's got Fresco's signature cap on.
Is that a kegel? Is that what that's called?
As he's stomping on his partner, Watson.
Don't mess with the Kangol. You can do whatever you want to Watson, Fresco says.
So don't mess with Kangol, indeed.
Well, double team now in the corner, and it would be a smart strategy for Saturn and Desire to not let Watson get any closer to Fresco.
Like I said, oh, beautiful. Beautiful. Drop kick from Saturn. Nice still shot that's going to be for the cameras. But beautifully executed. And I know Watson's got a bad taste in his mouth, courtesy of the bottom sole of Saturn's boot.
Yeah, you're talking about pictures. Shout out to our photographer, Scoop, on the outside. Follow him on social media. See all the great action he captures of FSW up there.
Indeed. Please do follow Scoop, one of the best photographers in the game today. He's had Cold Drink looking right in the pass. Oh, nice. Knee to the face. Oh, and then Desire with a chip in.
Again, look at that. They're cutting off an area and not letting Watson get past essentially an imaginary line towards Fresco.
When it comes to tag team wrestling, that is the textbook one-on-one. Cut off one half of the ring and don't let your opponent get to the opposite corner.
Yeah, successful tag teams can play offense and defense at the same time.
One of those previous successful tag teams is what we're looking at right now. Former FSW tag team champions, Watson and Fresco, who you would admit you think they want to be back at the top of that mountain as the FSW tag team champions.
Oh, they do, but they got other things going on right now they're dealing with. They know if they got a tag team title shot anytime soon, it wouldn't be fair because of Notorious. But look at Watson go.
Watson in the wind. You love to see it.
He hits a strike like a kingpin.
Yes, indeed. And the crowd has come unglued. Faction up. Can he get to his co-star in Fresco Matic? Can he tag in? The kingpin, and he does.
All right.
Nicely.
Right now, Fresco's got to wrestle like he's in a handicap match while Watson recovers. And doing a hell of a job of it, honestly, until I jinxed him.
Spinning sidewalk slam from Fresco Matic. Automatic every time.
Oh, look at Fresco catching Desire. An undesirable landing for Damien.
Undesirable landing, to say the least. But it is that intense that he tapped into, that desire, what helped him get out, get his shoulder off the rope and kick out. But now we've seen this before.
Oh, look at Saturn. Saturn taking Watson out of the equation.
Oh, Fresco's going for it. Can he get it? Desire did his homework.
Whoa.
Wait a minute. Nino Black and Danny Limelight.
All of Notorious.
This Notorious faction lied in wait, called their shot.
Well,
and now they've came out here, but here comes the backup. Here comes the faction.
Here's Ice, here's Joe. And we all hell breaking loose here between Lights Camera Faction and Notorious. I don't know how this thing's going to get settled, but these issues have to be put to rest soon because we're not going to have any matches that end up having clean finishes that end the way they should as long as these two sides can't get along.
Enough.
Wait a minute. Here's Joe DeFalco on the mic, y'all.
Hey.
Here's our owner of FSW, Joe DeFalco, on the mic. I wonder what he has to say about this chaos that's ensued right here, right now. Listen to the crowd. Let them fight champs.
Enough already. Hey, both of you. All right, we have a main event tonight. That's not only for the FSW Championship. You guys want a war? Well, we're going to give you a war. At No Escape, we are going to have a War Games match between the faction and Danny Limelight and Notorious. Okay? You guys want to settle it. you guys can settle it on March 2nd. And what we're going to do tonight, because we're going to do traditional war game rules, your match, not only is it